Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my background together, y'all. Oh, Lord. I don't know what's going on today.
One of those days, Leash. How you doing?
Child, I'm tired. I gotta get my background together, y'all. Sorry. Let's see. I might have too much light popping. Might have just a little bit too much light popping, but we gonna see. OT, where you go? All right.
I was trying to fix mine.
Hey T, how was your day?
Child, you know how it gets up in the chat room for the ladies. Busy as usual.
Listen, I've been busy since this morning.
I've been busy since.
Child, yes. You see, I'm sleepy. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Let's Chat. Oh, y'all, we talking about it today, y'all. We got some fabulous guests that are going to be on. But we talking that talk. Did you see that video?
Which one? Now, you know I be busy.
Okay, so it's a video. I shared it on my page. Y'all look on my page. It's on my page. It's on my page. So, the wife and the mom got into it because the husband pulled up with the wife, with the mother in the car in the front seat.
Oh, I did see that.
Okay, and then the wife went off. So that's the question today. Mom in the front seat or the back seat? Now, we say wife, not your girlfriend. Not somebody you dating. Your wife, your actual wife. Y'all married. Y'all said vows. This is your wife, right? Leave to cleave, right? Leave to cleave. So, this is my take on it. Now, the husband didn't want to get involved. I don't know if you saw the video. He got avoidance issues. This is my thing.
I didn't see the video. I just saw your question. I got to check out the video then.
This is my thing about men and avoidance. That's a whole nother show, okay? Because honestly, you have to stick up for your wife. You have to protect her, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So through the video, I could tell that it's a little bit more going on than just the mama in the front seat, right? Because she was going off. She was going off. And it just seemed like there was a little disrespectfulness, an issue of disrespectfulness between her and the mom. Like, mom didn't respect her. She didn't respect the mom. So you could tell it was some more stuff going on. Okay, I'm going to say that for all of y'all who didn't see it.
Okay.
So my thing is, your wife should be in the front seat. However, I personally will let the mother sit in the front seat just out of respect.
Okay.
However, your wife should sit in the front seat. Not your mama, not your grandma, your wife. And if she chooses to sit in the back seat, that is her choice. That's okay. But if she want to sit in that front seat, then you supposed to say, well, Ma, she wants to sit in the front. But I think that just looking at that video, there's no protection there. You know what I'm saying? There's no respect there. There's no protection there. That's why it's all crazy. This struggle love thing, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for struggle love.
Struggle love? Okay, you have to let our listening know what struggle love means.
I am not here for struggle love. I don't want to struggle for nothing. Nothing. I'm not here for it. I'm 44. I'm not here for struggle love. Not one little bit. I mean, and ladies, just be real with it. We can tell it's struggle love in the beginning when you're dating.
Right.
If the relationship is a struggle, if everything is a struggle, listen, no, honey,
don't stop.
Ain't nobody got time for that. What you think, T? Because y'all don't know. T Wife 101, she's been married forever.
Actually, I have to say that as a married woman, I expect to sit in the front seat.
Wait. Did y'all see T purse her lips like?
You caught that?
Yes, Toni pursed her lips like, play with it. And she didn't dip her head to the left like, think I'm getting in the back.
And before my mother-in-law passed away, because my husband's always driving. He's always the driver unless I have the car. But my mother-in-law never put herself in the front seat. You see what I'm saying? Not even my mom puts herself in the front seat. If we will all get together, we all know where we belong. We all know where we sit.
Everybody know their position. Everybody know their
Right.
position.
They know their position. And never have I ever had the inclination to sit in the back. The only time I ever sat in the back was after delivering one of our children, where I sat in the back coming from the hospital with the baby.
Y'all hear that? T said she
I
ain't
don't
never sat
sit.
in the back in 28 years, 32 years, 28 years, however many years. T said, I don't sit in the back. That's not my ministry.
And if you like, I can ask hubby to come in and weigh in on it.
Wait. I don't even think he's gonna ask. I don't even think he's gonna ask you to sit in the back for nobody. Like, listen, she don't sit in the back. What are you gonna tell them before they get in the car? Before you even get in the car, listen, she don't sit in the back. So I don't know where you sit.
No, he's like, where you going? No, But everybody knows their position, you know. It's like, and you, it's interesting that you said there has to be some type of protection, you know. My husband covers me. He covers me on a daily, you know. So he protects me. He protects us. So those that know us know, don't play when it comes to me.
Absolutely. And then that's the
and
other
I feel
thing.
confident in that.
That's the other thing. Just like in any relationship, you teach people how to treat those that you love. Whether it's the side chick, the wife, the auntie, whoever. You teach people how to love those people and how to treat those people you are with. So if you don't check it, it will continue. Because that, to me, that makes the person feel like they have a voice. And I'm a mom. I wouldn't even volunteer myself to sit in the front seat. You know what I'm saying? I personally would not do that for his wife. Now, his girlfriend is different. She can sit in the back. You the girlfriend. But your wife is different.
Exactly.
Right. Your wife is different. She sit in the front. I can sit in the back unless she insists. No, go ahead and sit in the front. Then I'm going to sit myself in the front. But I'm not going to be like, no, this is my spot. No. That's not my lane. That's not my responsibility.
Right.
My job is to be the mama for a grown married man in the back seat.
Right. And there's been times, Leash, you know, when we're all going out, we're going somewhere, and I may be the last one to get in the car, but when I get in that car, my seat is there. You know, everybody has already gotten in the car. They know it, like you say, they know their positions. And even though I may be the last one to get in the car,
they know they ain't sitting in the front seat. So we had a hot topic today because, you know, I put that on Facebook. And so we had a lot of people that chimed in. A lot of people said wife all day, but some people said the mother. And some people said the mother because of her age, maybe sickness, just more of a respect factor, that they would just respectfully allow her to sit in the front seat. Some people said the wife will make the exception. You know,
go
ahead.
You know, hubby stays in the background. He's more in the background than I am. So I'm gonna ask him to come into the studio to answer this question, and you'll get it from a man. How's that? You know, I don't know if a lot of men.
I ain't sitting in the back seat unless I want to, but go ahead. And all the men like, listen, look, Ike Burner, shout out to Ike Burner. He said, listen, I let them work that out. He like, I don't even get involved. I don't get involved in that. That's not my conversation to have. One person, most of the men were like, no. My wife sits in the front unless she want to sit in the back. So most men know what it is.
I'm gonna take it off my ears, Leash. I'm gonna take my ears out so we can hear. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Turn it off. Disconnect. Okay. Say so. Leash.
You gotta echo. You gotta mute your page. Mute your Facebook page. Nope, you got it. It's an echo. Did you mute your Facebook?
I don't. Let me check.
You got it on your
phone? Let me. Hold on. No. Quick.
Okay, log out. Log out. Yeah. All right, y'all. T husband gonna chime in on this, but we had a lot of people to chime in. Shout out to Shanae Tillman, my cousin. Hey, cousin. So yes, y'all, we talking about it. It's been so much going on. A lot of people. Shout out to everybody that commented on the post. We waiting for T to come back in. All right. Okay, T, you back?
I'm here.
Okay.
Come on, babe. He's not gonna get on, but can you hear him say something? Say hi to Leash.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
What's up?
We talking about it. We talking about wife or mom in the front seat. T done already said she don't sit in the front seat and she ain't never sat in the front seat except for 4 times.
Back seat.
Oh, in the back seat. She ain't sat in the front. She ain't sit in the back seat except for 4 times, and that's when she had the babies.
That's right. She gets the front seat. But it depends who wins the toss, the coin toss.
Wait. Did her eyes kind of come out her head like, what coin toss? Ain't no coin toss?
Ain't no coin toss. Dollar bills, baby. Dollar bills.
Heads and the tails also.
My husband's a clown, but he's my clown. He's my clown. You gotta pay for that later.
That's what I'm talking about. Whoever was the coin toss.
See? I got 28 years, Lisa, is what I put up with, girl.
Listen, for 28 years, if the only time you sat in the back seat was 4 times, hey, that's good. Because you got some people that's like, well, the mom should be in the front seat. No, you are the wife. You sit in the front seat. Unless you choose to sit in the back. Out of respect, then I would. But then I'd pull his coattail like, listen, you know I don't do the back seat. I need you to get that regulated before you even pick me up.
But like I said, Lish, even when my mother-in-law was alive, that was never an issue. She never enforced sitting in the front seat, and I love her to death.
No, because she knew she had her time when she sat in the front. Now she's a mother, and she has to respect you as my wife, and she gives you the front seat.
There you go.
And he said the key word is respect.
Absolutely.
Out of respect, the mom should get into the back seat.
Absolutely.
Unless it's suggested, like, no, just sit in the front, I can sit in the back. And then even then, she should be like, no, baby, I'm okay. I'm sitting right here in the back seat. You can sit up there with your man.
That's right.
Right.
Because that's, to me, that is kind of like separating. Like, I don't want you to be separated from your husband. Sit up there with your man. Go over there, sit with your man. Sit next to your man. Right. That's your man. Go and sit next to him. I ain't got to sit next to him. I had him. I'm good. I've had my time. I don't want to sit next to him.
He agrees. It's funny you should say that, Leash, because when I met my husband, I had a car and I had a couple of best friends, and they still best friends today. And there was one best friend that her seat was in the front, right?
In the front where?
With me, because I was always the driver.
Oh, okay.
Her seat was the front seat, and my other girlfriend knew hers was in the back seat, right?
Okay.
So my girlfriend just knew she would always have that front seat. So she was with me the night I met my husband.
You told us that story.
She was like, "Oh, I don't like you because you put me in the back seat." And ever since that night, she has been in the back seat. And even us going out, just dating, he was in the front seat. So that seat has always been relegated to
whoever you with.
One of us.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to everybody that is tuning in. We are talking about it today on Let's Chat Live. We're talking about it. Mom and wife in the front seat. Honey, Tony's husband done chimed in and said, I don't play that. My wife sits in the front seat. I will not put her in the back seat. Tony has already stated 28 years I've been in the back seat 4 times, and that's because the baby was back there. She pursed her lips and tipped her head to the side and everything like, think I'm going to get in the back. Wait on it.
Not in this household.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We had so many people that chimed in. So C. Renee, shout out to C. Renee. She said I automatically get in the back seat whenever an elder is in the midst. It doesn't matter to her. So out of respect, she gets into the back seat. Out of respect. But you have Minda Mack. Minda Mack says it depends. Does the mother respect the wife? That's a good question. That's a good question. But McCain Nat says, regardless if the mother respects the wife or not, if the wife declines and lets the mother sit in the front seat, that's different. But otherwise, absolutely not.
Okay. I love hearing the responses of the men.
Wait, Jerry Wright. Jerry Wright said, bruh, let that old ass woman have the front seat. She about to get out. You going down for that. Jerry Wright. But most of the men are like wife. Wife. You got some that's like, I don't even get in that. Now you have Jason McCammon, and he said his mom. So I don't know if he's married or not.
Okay.
Ebony Abby, shout out Ebony Abby. She said wife comes first, but if she has some business about herself, she will always offer the mom the front as she is older and it's easier for her to get in there. So yeah, everybody knows sometimes the back seat is uncomfortable.
Maybe that's another thing, Lish. You know, we have a Sienna, so every seat in the van is comfortable. So I guess that also is the role.
Tony said every seat is comfortable. I still ain't sitting in the back.
My door open for you and it'll close for you. You don't even have to I'll push the button.
Wait, shout out to Anita. Anita says, I offered for my mom to sit in the front and she declined. So she said her mom, like you said, knew her position. She was like, no, sweetie, I'm going to sit in the back. Sit there with your man.
That's right. My mother will not sit in. She will. That's your spot. That's my daughter's spot. So both my moms, my mom and my mother-in-law, respect the position.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think. I don't think my mom ever sat in the front seat either if I was in the car. I don't think she ever did. Okay. Shadra's Denise says the wife, unless she declines, though she is the mother, once he gets married, wife becomes number 1 and mom number 2, unless there are children, period.
Right. Okay. There you go. Interesting topic.
We got a good show today for you today.
That's also, I'm sorry, Leash, that's also kind of like when you're having dinner, who do you serve first, your children or your husband?
Or your husband. That's going to be we're going to talk about that tomorrow, y'all. That's going to be the post tomorrow. So y'all who are watching the pages, that's going to be our post, our chat. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. Who do you serve first? Do you serve your husband or your kids first? We're going to talk about it. That's going to be our topic for tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all tune in at 6. Go ahead on and open us up, T.
Absolutely. Once again, thank you guys for joining Lissha and I tonight on our Facebook Live. For those that are just joining us for the very first time, thank you for tuning in, and we appreciate you. But Lissha and I, we first started our show, we started off doing radio about 6-7 years ago. We started off doing celebrating literature because Lissha and I, we embrace our literary bouginess now. We used to hide behind it, but we celebrated literature the royal way because that's the only way we know how to do it. But our show has evolved into so much more than just literature. We just love now celebrating the dopeness of all the arts, whether it be literature, music, actors, producers, publishers, you name it, they have been through the doors of Let's Chat. And we celebrate it, and we allow our listening audience as well as our guests to interact in the fun and friendly environment. We get to hear the passion behind what it is that they do. They share so much of themselves that we never know who's listening. Someone may be touched by it and they may need that word. So we so appreciate everyone that has joined us, spending some of their valuable time with us. So like you, we appreciate them and we appreciate you for joining us. But guys, get ready for another hot show with the ladies. So let's chat. Welcome.
Absolutely. And if y'all didn't know, welcome to Periscope. Yes, your girls are on Periscope now. So now you can watch us on Periscope, you can watch us on Facebook, and you can watch us on YouTube.
Wow. And don't forget, EBTV.
Ebony TV, that's right. Y'all can always watch us on Ebony TV. If you want to be a guest on Let's Chat Radio, no worries. Just send your request to thechatradioshow at gmail.com. If you're an independent artist and you want music to be played, you want to share your music, share your talent with us, we love that. Send your request in, send your music in. Must be an MP3 so that we can play it on the radio. Also, we have commercial spots available. Commercial spots are available because when you stream, we stream on Ebony TV, you will have continuous commercials that will be promoted. So we do have sponsorship and commercial opportunities as well. So if you want to be a sponsor, or if you want to put one of your commercials or book trailers or web series trailers, as Silk White did, on our replay, just send us a request. We appreciate you guys. You can always check out our lives now. The audio of our lives is going to be on Spreaker Radio. So you'll be able to listen to the replay on Spreaker Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, any podcast app. So you'll be able to kick it with your girls wherever you go.
That's right. We go where you go. Check us out.
Absolutely. Now, so much going on in the world. What you think about it, T? Let's talk about it before our guest comes in here. We got the fabulous J.L. Campbell. She's going to be kicking it with us. We have Trump talking about considering, look at her face, T in her face today, considering trying to get the election canceled due to COVID.
I don't know, Lissha, if he's actually read the Constitution, but I got a little compact one I love to send to him where he don't have to worry about carrying it. It could just stick it in his pocket, but he really needs to read it.
Right, he said it's compact. He put it in his pocket. Nobody has to know he's looking at it.
Exactly. Pull it out and go and flag it. He can't move the election day. Only Congress can do that.
Not move it, but kind of delay.
He can't do nothing to it. All he can sit back and do is wait for the results.
Listen, I just hope he packing.
I'm sorry, but you know how I am about. I know we're on so many platforms and so many people streaming, and I try to be respectful, but he really needs to sit back and just take a pill. I don't care what it is, but just take a pill. I'm just
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're waiting for our guests to come into the chat room. Let's see what the people in the chat room have to say.
Okay. But it was interesting, Leash. We just lost a icon in
Yes.
Mr. Lewis. He stood for so much.
Yes.
And from such a young age, it kind of reminds us of our young people that are spearheading this movement today. You know, it, and he was always for the young, for the youth. And I know
Mm-hmm.
he is and was and is so proud of them taking the stance that they have. And a lot of them may not necessarily know where he came from, but they have an inkling. But it's always good to see, because our youth is our future. They're our future, you know? And it's not just children of African Americans.
It's
They
all
have been
children.
joined by so many more. And like we always say, not just this country. It's
Mm-hmm.
19, 20 other countries that are still standing for justice, equal justice. And I don't understand, Lish, who or why can't we treat each other humanely? I don't understand it. I grapple with it. And
And
even
I,
the work that I do, the work that I do, personally that the work that I do, we have we put so much into equality
yeah,
and the importance of it, and the importance of those that can help and make change.
that's right. And I think that it's a lack of respect, honestly. I
Mhm.
think that there is a lack of respect, and I think that is a learned behavior, and
It
I
is.
think that it started a long ago, and so
Mhm.
and it just carries on and carries on. When
Mhm.
respect isn't shown, when respect isn't expected, when respect
Mhm.
isn't taught.
Right. But it boggles my mind that a human being can treat another human being less than. I just don't get it.
Chat room, what do you guys think? Chime in so that we can get your opinions. We're just going to talk about it for a minute before our guest comes in here. We're waiting for our fabulous guest to hit the chat room.
Okay. I would love to hear. I'm trying to see where everyone is talking. Is it on your page, Leash?
Oh, for the post I put up, yep, that was on my page.
Okay, let me go to your page. But it's mind-boggling. And I think also, you talk about learned behavior, Leash. You want to talk about the learned behavior of our politicians that just talk of the way they treat women, and I think it's been put in the forefront because of the leadership that we have, because they don't respect women,
That's right.
and they feel that they can say, do anything because he's getting away with it. So they feel that they can get away with it. So where do you come back to get the respect? Before it was in the closet, now it's just out there.
And it wasn't even in the closet. We just chose to say it was in the closet, but it was right there in front of us.
Mhm.
You had to believe people when they show you who they are instead
That's
of
right.
believing who you think you want them to be. People will show
Mhm.
you who they are first. Um,
Mhm.
and it's little things that you will see that you tend to overlook, those stop signs. But when it comes to our president, he is in a position of power, he's in a position of leadership, and so
Mhm.
he must be the example, he must set the example, and he's not
But
doing that.
you say he's in a position of power and he's in a position of leadership. But what of those two have we actually seen, lived,
That's
and
why I said he
experienced?
has it. That's why I
Not
said he
leadership.
has it.
but he will wield his power.
He will have a
position him. He wields his power where it benefits him most.
He has temper tantrums.
He doesn't like he doesn't show any type of leadership because some people are incapable of leadership.
That's true.
And when you're the most powerful man in the country, you have to have some type of leadership qualities. And not just for those that you choose. You have to be the leader for all.
That is absolutely right. What do y'all think? Let's see.
Because I'll stay on this platform. That's that platform that I
listen. Y'all want to get T talking? You talk sports, sports and politics.
Speaking of sports, basketball starts tonight. What time is this show over?
Right. Did you see that the NFL is not coming back? Like football season is not going to happen.
I think they rushed the baseball. I mean, it was already a short season, and so many players are coming up testing positive that I think this shortened season may very well be even shorter, unfortunately. So,
well, we're gonna see.
But just like everything else, like opening up the country was rushed, bringing back live sports a little bit was rushed. So, but I have to give it to Adam Silver. Me and Adam on a first name basis. He said, no, I'm just kidding. But I do work with him personally. But I must say, he always takes the helm and makes it not just about the NBA. The NBA players have a better platform. They use their platform unlike any other sport, and even going back to David Stern, the NBA has always had their thumb on the pulse of the community. And I just have to give that to them, and Adam Silver picked up that baton from David Stern. And even today, he's still doing it. So hats off to the NBA, and especially the NBA commissioner.
Absolutely, because they're trying to show leadership.
Right.
I think that they're trying to show us that we stand with them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you want that. You want to be able to feel comfortable being you and standing up for what you feel is right. So that's a good thing. So let us know, people. Do you guys feel that the live sports have come back too soon? How do you guys feel about that? Because y'all know I love me some sports. I did miss it. But I think the health of them and their families, like a lot of people in the baseball community, they didn't all come back. And a lot of positive test results, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, well, an understanding. I think we're lacking a consistent understanding of how to protect ourselves. We can't look for other people to protect us. We literally have to protect ourselves. And the best way to do that is to start getting our health in order, to start taking better care of ourselves. When you go to the doctor, it can no longer be the doctor telling you what it is. You got to already be up on what's going on in your body. If you have a headache, what happens before you have a headache? Do you does your neck hurt before you have a headache? So, they need to know these things. And we have to start being more in tune with our bodies.
Right. And first of all, you have to, some of us don't even regularly go to the doctor until it's something really bad or until a something gets worse. Does everybody get annual checkups? I don't know. I get an annual checkup. Because everybody's not in a position to get an annual checkup. That's going right back to the healthcare of our country.
Absolutely. And that's another thing that needs to be worked on. But I think that healthcare and the medical industry is kind of a little hustle. And I think they take advantage of the fact that we don't necessarily pay attention. And that if we knew what it was, if we were more in tune with our bodies before we went to the doctor, so when we went to the doctor, they don't have to look for it. We're giving them a lot of information instead of just saying, I don't know, I just don't feel good. I'm not quite sure. Now they're going to run 50 million tests. Well, let's see what it is. Let's see what the tests say.
Right. But also you have to be proactive. I feel that, you have to know how to take care of you, and that includes what you eat, when you eat it, how much exercise you're getting, how much water you're drinking. So you have to be a little bit proactive in maintaining your health. You just have to. You can't be dependent on doctors keeping you healthy. You have to own your health. I'm just saying, I own my health. And I own the health of my household because
absolutely,
those that, what I cook, we all eat,
And you're absolutely right. But that's true, and they're not just the wife, but whoever cooks is responsible for the health of the household, and making sure that the household eat healthy. As a mom, I have to, make myself a cup of water and leave it on the counter, and my son will drink it. Why? Because it's mine. I had a salad. I made a salad. It was really pretty. Left it on the counter. I ate some of it. I left the rest. And then he ate it. And his excuse was, well, I thought you was done with it. Now, had I just said it's some salad in the refrigerator, he asked me to make salad yesterday. Salad's still sitting there. I think he had one plate of salad. But if I make my own self some salad and sit the plate down and walk away, he's going to eat it because he's going to think it's mine.
Just because.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my buddy. You can't say but too much about my buddy. This with my J.
If it looks like mine, if he thinks it's mine, he going to eat it. He going to drink it. Why? Because he feel like everything I have is his. And everything I do is about him. And that's my fault because that's how I raised him. I used to, when he was younger, my birthdays used to be whatever he wanted to do. That's how I celebrated my birthday, when he was younger. And so he's acclimated to that. He literally knows I am a king.
You had a picture of him. I showed hubby. I'm like, look how big my buddy's getting. He's like, who you talking about? I'm talking about Jay. He's just a little boy. He's not a little boy anymore. I said, but when I met him, he was a little boy. I said, look how big he's getting. He's a senior now.
Yes, going to college and everything, y'all. It's real out here. Because he's not a little kid no more. So today, I try to teach him how to cook. And he'll be like, can you get it? No, I cannot. Well, what do I have to do? I'm not telling you what you got to do a third time. You know what to do.
Oh, that's too much. He that's my buddy though. When I come to Atlanta, we be getting into some as John Lewis would say, some good trouble.
We do. He loves when Miss Toni comes to town. He loves it when Miss Toni comes to town.
It's a good thing. But Lish, you also posted recently an upcoming book, a little Ronnie. So all those that are shout out to LaTanya, we got a new author on the horizon.
Yes, Latoya. She is working really, really hard on her book. This is her first book. She's working really hard on it, working to make sure that it's the best that she can do. I'm so super proud of her. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. Make sure y'all show her some love. Tell her congratulations. Encourage her. Everybody knows that the journey to be an author is a fulfilling journey, but at the same time, it's a little bit different. And it can be a struggle. It can be a hustle. It can be frustrating. All of those things that go into creating your own lane.
Absolutely. So shout out to her. And I'm editing for her. I'm working on it. As soon as we get off the show, that's where I will be with my infamous red pen.
Now she says she is backstage. Hold on. Where backstage is she?
She's on. Can't wait to have her in the chat room. You see, Alicia?
I'll make sure.
So while Alicia's checking on our guests, don't forget, just head on over when you do check us out on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscription button. It's red. It's the one in the lower right corner, right up underneath our video, and subscribe to it, because then you'll get notification when one of our shows is uploaded, and you'll stay in tune and current with what we're doing here on Let's Chat. And also, make sure you head on over to Ebony TV. We're going to have a fantastic guest on Monday, Leash, if I'm not mistaken. He will be joining us on Monday. That's going to be a fun show. I can't wait for that one. So that should be good.
All right. You see her, T? She should be pulling in here shortly.
I see Miss Kai.
Hey, Kai. Y'all, if y'all missed her interview, head over to our YouTube channel. Head over to our Let's Chat page, and you'll be able to see her interview.
That was so much fun.
Brown. Shout out to Samantha Jax.
Hey, guys. But that was a great show. Make sure you guys head over, like we say, and check out those archives. Kai, she's phenomenal. And it was such a pleasure to get to know her. So make sure you check her out. And her new book.
Yes, we're having her graphic designer and her author, who is also her son. He's going to be in here as well. So I'm just excited.
I think she's trying to get on.
Yeah, she's trying to get connected.
So that should be good.
Shout out to the cafe, everybody in the cafe inside of the chat screen.
Okay, I think she's do you remember how we pronounce Nalena? Is it Nalena?
Kai.
I keep calling her Kai.
Hey!
Yes. Hey.
Can you hear us? Uh-oh, we can't hear you. Your phone is muted. Unmute your phone.
Muted. Unmute your phone. You can see that she's muted.
Yeah, you're muted. You gotta unmute your line. Nope, you're muted. Unmute.
Try it again. There you go.
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us? No, okay, you just muted it again.
She may have to go out and come back in, you think?
No, she gotta stop you. Uh-oh, we can't hear you. Do you have Do you have the volume up on your phone?
Her screen froze.
Okay, go back out and come back in.
Okay, she's gonna try it again. What is Elena saying? What is Elena saying?
Oh,
it's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. She's gonna come back in. Is it raining in Atlanta, Leash?
Oh, ma'am.
No, so there's no electrical like storm problems coming up.
Not today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's gonna come back in.
Okay.
Okay, so she's gonna go back out and she's gonna come back in.
Okay. She should be in shortly, everyone.
Absolutely. While we're waiting, make sure y'all go and hit us on Periscope. Yes, your girls are on Periscope. Shout out to Periscope.
We everywhere.
Oh, wow. Hey,
Anita. You saw her answer to our questions from earlier. She said she offered for her mom to sit in the front, and she declined. But she put the offer out there.
Right. It was her choice. It was her option to do so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see.
Hey, Stephanie.
Oh, okay. So she's having storms where she is.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we're going to be patient. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie will be in the chat room soon. Talking about her new book, y'all. She dope in real life. She makes this lotion,
Mm-hmm.
these candles. Let me tell y'all.
All right, Miss Stephanie, I don't have a package. Why is Lissha getting all the goodies? I don't have a package. Y'all know how I am about my goodies.
Because she loves me. She loves me. She loves me. All right, so we're going to keep it going. So, now, y'all listen. What is... Now, we are going to talk about this tomorrow. So, I'm not going to bring it up today. But we want to just drop that seed in you for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean when you hear the word wife?
Oh.
Because listen, people use it so loosely. Everybody is wifey. You know what I'm saying? And you can be wife without the ring or the last name nowadays. Am I right?
I ain't gonna co-sign that.
I'm saying
I'm not co-signing that.
general, somebody will call somebody their wife, and they're not even married. She don't have your last name. She don't have a ring. Y'all ain't get married, but you calling her your wife. You know what I'm saying? So people are doing that. So what does it mean when you hear the word wife? We want some of you guys to sound off on that.
Okay, Stephanie, you in there. Work. She said work. Inbox. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. So see, she loves me too.
So, Toni, when you hear the word wife for you, being married for 28 years, what does that mean for you?
I never really thought of it like that, but first and foremost, it means a union between two. You know, I have it's interesting that you bring up that question because I've been going through some things, and I look to my husband for comfort. I look to him for strength, you know. And I say CJL's in, but we will come back to this because it always seems to be on point and on time when I seem to be going through something that we bring it up.
Okay, we gotta get back to it. We gotta get back to it before we go on our next break, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Go no. Listen, we're gonna talk about that. Okay. We got the fabulous J.L. Campbell in the building. How are you?
Hey, JL. Hey.
How are you? Can you hear us?
Oh.
She's still having issues. That's okay.
Okay.
Well, what? Go ahead on the answer, see.
No, because I look to I don't, this is just me personally, Peace. Don't inbox me. This is just
Yes, because if you
my
inbox
opinion.
her, I'm gonna respond.
It's just that I have someone there, Being a wife is, first of all, is work, it's
Mm-hmm.
work. Being married is work. I mean, real work. And it's something that you don't run away from at the first sign of trouble. That's just it. Because life happens, you don't always disagree. You don't always agree, but that's not a good thing because we're two different people, but we have to respect the disagreement. You go through ups, you go through downs, and it's how you come through them that really matters. It hasn't been easy. Don't trust me. 28 years is a long time, and it hasn't always been a bowl of roses, but we both work through it because we both want what the union is. We
Mm-hmm.
both respect that marriage union. And I just can't co-sign on the wifey. I can't co-sign on the, well, she's wife, even though they haven't had any vows spoken. I'm old school. I'm just old school. Marriage is marriage, and going out is going out. That's two different things. I went out with him before we got married, so I'm wife now. And it's just a matter of respecting it.
Yeah,
And
see,
I
watch
earned that.
that. She
I
has
earned that. I earned that 4-letter word.
absolutely. Shout out to author SF Hardy. She says marriage is work, marriage is commitment, and marriage is compromise. But I want to just touch on something T said. She said the first sign. Ladies, we're not saying you got 25 signs. And because we're not saying, first of all, we're not saying divorce is wrong because it's not.
Right.
A divorce does not have to be bad. None of that. It's not.
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, what she's saying is, just like what Stephanie is saying, it's work, it's compromise, it's commitment. But if you see, a lot of times people are getting married for the wrong reasons. So the intent
Exactly.
going into the marriage is wrong, is out of order. You see what I'm saying? So when the intent going into the marriage
Mm-hmm.
is an issue,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to reevaluate you and the choices
Right.
that you're making and asking yourself why you're making specific choices.
Mm-hmm.
Because marriage it's not for the weak at heart. It's not to be doing
No.
it just because. It ain't no just because thing. Just because I think I might want to.
It's not a trending thing. It's something.
Right.
It's not trending. Although some
It,
people treat it as it is, but it's not.
right. It's absolutely a choice. It's a choice because at some point in time, feelings fade. Not that you don't love that person, but those butterflies when it's time for work in a marriage, feelings is different. It's choosing to be married when you're mad, choosing to be married when you're sad. But if you see that you guys have come to all of these things, and there's a reset period, I always say in every relationship. When a
Right.
relationship needs to reset, you're either going to reset together or apart. And it's not a bad thing. It just means that, that's the time. But ladies, we got to stop trying to marry the first thing we date.
That's true, Leash. And you said something pivotal. You said the butterflies. Even though we've been married, I mean, September 19th, it'll be 28 years. Even though we've been married almost 28 years, I still get butterflies when he walks in a room. I still get excited when he calls me. I still get excited, when we just sitting down watching TV, because I know that this is where I want to be. This is where he wants to be. So those butterflies are still within me. If he comes into a room, when he comes home from work and I'm home first, I still get excited when I see him, and we still kiss hello and goodbye. It's just something that we both work at to maintain. I mean, I don't want to get all like it's paradise, because nothing is paradise, but it is what it is, and it is what you make it.
That's right.
You have to work at it and want it to work.
Absolutely.
So, I'm by no means saying that I have the perfect marriage, because I don't think one of those exists.
It don't. It don't. I mean, but this is the thing. We are imperfect people, always looking for perfection out of other imperfect people. That person is never going to be perfect, but we're looking for them to be we're looking for them to be perfect to cover up our imperfections. Right. Stephanie Harvey says, I believe it's harder to be married than single. You fall in and out of love in a marriage.
You fall in and out of in a marriage.
In and out of in a marriage.
That's a good point, Stephanie. You do. It is hard to be married, and it's even harder to stay married. It is, especially in today's society. I'm just saying,
Absolutely. We got JL. She is back.
We lost her again. Now, y'all see how Lissha done pulled all kind of my personal life into the show? She has got me to open up with you guys. I don't know. I am such a closed person.
She don't talk about nothing. Listen, she don't talk about nothing. She don't play no games.
I don't do drama.
She is not for play. Miss T is not for play. Not at all. She is not approachable about her man.
My man and my kids.
Just not approachable, but you have to be that way. You have to be protective of those things that you love. Anita said, Toni, you said the key word, both parties have to work at it. Put forth the effort.
Exactly, Anita. That's so true. You have to want it. You don't see pictures of my husband. You don't see pictures of my kids. You don't see pictures of my cat. You don't see pictures of my house. You don't see pictures of my cars, because Facebook and social media is not the platform for that. So I keep my personal life personal. That's just how I am. That's just me. Those that do it, that's their business. But for me, I don't put my business out on social media. You don't see pictures of my husband. No one knows what he looks like. Neither my kids. That's just me. I'm a very private person until Lissha started pulling these little nuggets from me. How often have you heard my husband on one of our shows, Leash?
Listen, twice. It's the second time.
And we've been doing this almost 7 years. How often did you hear my husband?
Absolutely. But it's important, though. It's important. And again, we're not saying, because marriages fail sometimes. That's just the reality of what it is. It happens. Relationships end. That it happens. It happens. And sometimes, you can't force somebody to be where they don't want to be, first of all, ladies. And if you're doing that, I hope you stop. Listen, if somebody want to leave, let them go.
Right.
You don't have to coerce. You don't have to insist. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to do none of that. I don't have to give you my input. You do whatever is best for you.
Right.
Because when you love somebody, you love them enough to let them go so that they're happy. Let them go about their way. Let them go about their way. You don't have to, convince nobody that wants to be with you to be with you. You don't have to do that. That's not what this is. And if you are doing that, ladies, you need to stop. Because that means that you're creating your own relationship. You're dating yourself. You're married to yourself. And who wants to be in a relationship like that? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be in a relationship where they're dating and being with themselves. You know, you have to force somebody to make effort. No, I don't have to force you to make effort. I don't have to give you no special words. None of that. None of that. Because if you're going to be there, you it's a choice to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're choosing not to be there, let them go on about their way. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. I think also, Leash, you know, speaking of my kids, my kids and my baby girl, you know, you have to teach them to respect themselves. That's self-respect, and know that you are valued. We're going to try to get JL in again, and we'll pick this up.
Hey, can you hear us now?
Can you hear us, JL?
Uh-oh.
We can see you.
You can hear us?
I tried the data again, and it seems to be holding up so far.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry about this. The service has been terribly unstable.
You are okay. We totally understand. Okay, so while we got you, tell everybody about a little bit about yourself and your literary journey.
Is it a delay?
Can you hear me?
Oh no. Maybe she'll come back.
Yeah, she's having bad weather where she is. She sent me an inbox. She has storms, and everybody knows during the storms, internet is kind of wonky. Mines get wonky here in Georgia whenever there's a storm.
Mm-hmm. Looks like she's gonna try it again.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for her to come back in. But and so it's definitely a choice, ladies. It is a choice, gentlemen. Gentlemen, the same thing. You know, if she want to go, let her go.
Right.
Let her go. If she's choosing to be there, then you're just creating an unhappy environment.
Mm-hmm. And also, I was getting ready to say, Leash, we teach our children, let them know their worth. My daughter knows that she is worthy. My sons know how to treat women, and they see it up close and personal at home. They see how their parents interact, or sometimes don't interact. So my daughter is very strong-willed. You've met her. She knows her worth. She knows who she is, and she knows who she is. So you teach them that you don't have to lose your self-respect to be in a relationship.
Absolutely. And at the same time, you have to be, I believe, this is me saying this, so don't send me no inboxes. I believe that you still have to, even though you are two people that are as one, you still are two individual people. And you have to have yourself. You have to have you. You have to have your dreams. You have to have those things that make you happy. You absolutely have to. Because it's so easy to lose yourself in somebody else. And when you lose yourself, that's the worst person to lose ever in life.
That's right.
Because that's the hardest person to get back. So you can't, even if you're a mom, losing yourself in your kids, being there for your kids, great. Loving on your kids, great. But losing yourself for your kids is not great, because after you give everything, what do you have to give yourself?
Right. And also, that's a good point, because in addition to seeing how you're treated, your children see your work ethic. My kids know that my husband and I go out every day. We to our jobs. We're not one for sitting. We are go-getters. We are productive citizens. So they don't see us sitting around on our laurels waiting for something to come to us. If it's something that we want, we go after it. You know, we both have longevity on our jobs, and you don't see that a lot these days. Longevity on certain jobs, so they don't see people sedentary, just sitting around or blaming others for something that we don't have, or just waiting for something to come to us. We go out and we work for it and we go for it. So they know that we are hard workers, and you want to instill in your children that they be hard workers as well.
That's right.
Don't take anything that doesn't belong to you. You work for it. And you can do anything that you want. And be anything you want.
I absolutely agree. There is never any limits or boundaries.
Male or female.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's never, hey, Literary Cafe, there's never any limits or boundaries. Right. And I think that even with COVID being in the position that we're in right now, I really feel that it's also kind of a reset period for us. It's resetting our mindset, resetting the things that we are used to, resetting some of the things that we are doing, some of the behaviors that we have. At the same time, we're learning things.
Mm-hmm. And we're learning things that we wouldn't have been, we're forced to learn a lot that, because of COVID, things that we wouldn't have normally be doing or learning or just putting out there. We're learning to be creative. A lot of creative juices have been flowing these last couple of months. So we're learning things that we need it's just a learning curve.
And we're learning to be responsible for ourselves, I think. I think that we get into the hustle and bustle of life, moving around, working all the time, and we forget to take care of ourselves. We absolutely forget to love on ourselves and spend that time with yourself. We forget these things. And I think that it's been a time really of, again, resetting and learning yourself, learning how to be a better you. People are passing, just passing, and it's unfortunate, but we are learning how to make sure we're getting our business in order. If you don't have life insurance, you absolutely should have life insurance, guys. Even if you have just enough for them to bury you, that means that you're going to have to research how much a funeral is going to be, and that should be how much your policy should be. Like, y'all don't have to worry about burying me. That's taken care of.
Right.
Making sure that if you're going to leave them the house, make sure you leave them some money to take care of that mortgage, or money to take care of bills, because if you live together in the same house, there's going to be bills that they may have to pay. Prepare them. We always love on our kids. We have to make sure we're preparing our family in the event something happens, so that they are not put in a tragic position and grieving at the same time. Grief is the hardest thing, I think. That's one of the hardest processes to go through. And so it's very important that we are prepared and that we prepare our families. We're going to take a brief break. We will be back with our next fabulous guest. I'm excited. We're going to have Miss J.L. Campbell on again, y'all. She's having bad reception. Y'all see my little reception monster back here. That's my little reception monster back here. I was trying to move to cover it.
I want to add one thing to what you were just saying, as far as preparing our families. Let them know where those important papers are. That's also important. Just don't, one day it'll happen. Let them know where you keep your important papers, those policies, those passwords, those accounts, whatever. Let them know that as well.
And y'all, listen, Listen, when your parent comes to you and they want to talk about these things, I know the first thing, I know what I say. Listen, I don't want to hear about you going nowhere but the mall. I don't have time. I don't want to hear this. That's what I told my mom. Like 4 or 5 years before she even passed, she wanted to talk. Listen, I don't want to talk about it. Listen, you ain't going nowhere. Where's you going, lady? Nowhere. You going to the kitchen. And that's it to the mall. You're not going anywhere. So I'm not trying to talk about it, but we have to talk about these things. We have to make sure that they understand how to handle business in the event something happens. We're going to take a brief break. You're kicking it with your girls of Let's Chat. This is our live stream. Shout out to Periscope. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Facebook. We will be right back.
Okay.